Let's have a look. Domain. One more try.
Bow before me, worm!
Strike a pose!
As one with wind and cloud!
Do your master's bidding! Take your true fo- Kamisato art! Sometsu! Take
Feeble
flight!
human! Into the wind! I follow Chi! Ha!
T- Ha! Ta! Ha! Whirling snow! Yeah! Yeah! How brilliant!
1,000 eons, mine to dominate! Oblivion! One with nature!
Stop that!
Tremble! Kneel!
Ah!
Ha! Reality is pain!
May I pres- My apologies! Ha!
Burn to oblivion!
How brilliant!
Good riddance, cruel world. The wind knows me.
Take flight! Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Yoo-hoo!
Not possible.
Transfiguring. Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ta! Yeah! Ta!
I was destined for more.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. Add astro...
Oh, I'm the host. Never like being a host.
The show begins! Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive! Ah. Light it up! Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Time to end them! Incinerate! Light of the blazing sun!
The tides change.
Show no mercy! Let the world come alive! Get 'em! Shower me with praise! Fulfill our pact!
Mm-hmm.
Add Ast. Thank you for
Got to change the tune. Actually, pick up more kills. Yeah, very even.
This realm is. If you ever
I stroking someone. Bum, 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 bum.
Add Ash.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Mhm.
Shower!
Tell me what you see. Farewell. Rise with the sun. Light of the blazing sun. Time to buckle down.
May I
Go! You're free now!
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Rise with the sun! Time to buckle down.
Ah. The show begins! Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Nice to show you. Ashes as successfully directed Blueprint narrating Wing's victory over the final foe of Shiryu's baffling Beetle Battle Bowl. You now upon me some fundamentals of the mechanical arts. Okay. What else aside, now a master of the mechanical. Don't rush. You need a foundation in mathematics and engineering if you want to study the mechanical arts. So let me find you some textbooks and give you a couple more sets of text versions. Actually, hang on a moment. The Beetle Battle got named after me again. I heard about the previous iteration of the event when they all named after your big bro Ito. Son of Self-Age used to be, yes, but considering the only king's personality, he likely say, Bloom Prune is my nemesis. I thought I must defeat any tournament with my name on it has got a half crimson staff to center state. Because I was thanks to you that is mystical beat, so I'll try to be implemented at all. Master Shoot, of course, so of course your name should be on it. Now, I call myself much more than a middleman, passing your request on to Master Shan, Shinwan, and Madam Ping. They're the ones you should be thanking. Of course, you don't have to send anything like that semi-automatic tea grinder or whatever it was called, alright? First, we wouldn't want you to break the bank for our sakes, and second, I, the Master Shan, no Madam Ping really drinks much matcha in the first place. Understood. Next time I'll be sure to select a gift out of Ash whose masters are masters. And then I'm just paying his Grandmaster's leader, so his Grandmaster Hana Fu Anakado seriously having a discussion about masters and mechanics with Shinyan's disciple Shu. Grandma's going back to bed. Now is that just you, Paimon? And that sounds like, is that you traveling, Paimon? Oh, if it isn't, it only takes right hand and sky cleaving right eye allowed from the melon. Well, you've forgotten my humble person, Alan to me. Alright. That happened, did it? Yeah, just skip to the train. Oh, yeah, I remember, sir. We beat you during the first beat battle. And you became one of Ito's advisors after helping him challenge a geofish hatchling with his uninhabited. That's right, at the end of that great training, our Gooba-san brought Adeptus Cloud Retainer's Bloom Pruner. There sure was a gap in ability if I've ever seen one. Rising Razor Beetle Battling Heist only can I agree to stay in leeway and prepare suitable gifts to show us insert as we seek to learn from the Adepti. Looks like you succeeded. Congratulations, Adeptus Shuri. Nice Adeptus. No, I'm not really an official teacher just yet. Grandmaster Kanakado just insists on calling me that. Never mind being at the lab forward Adeptus, I'm not even close to making half Adeptus. It just so happens that Master taught me some of the basic principles of mechanics recently. She believes that people of similar ages communicate better with one another and that teaching Grandmaster and Akata will also help to reinforce my own learning. So for now, I'll be the one teaching him the basics while at the same time really getting a grasp on the specific mechanical fields he wants to learn about. Specific areas of learning, huh? I guess. Does this have something to do with the Serenity pot-like furnishing on the table? That's right, Adeptus Cloud Retainer and Adeptus Ping fashioned that masterpiece after hearing Master Shu's explanation. Truly amazing masterwork, believe you me. It's got all sorts of monsters I never have dared to get close to normal inside. Now with the newly equipped Bloom Pruner Fallout Bow, I could take them on head to head. And show my style, I should name this you use Battling Beat or Battle Bowl. I still think you should name this after Master Cloud Retainer and Madam Ping instead. Okay, so there's team of monsters inside and can fight them using on capsule. No, that sounds interesting. That money you'd be fired up about this, but I can't blame you for being excited, but I want to try it out too. Actually, this is an annex of an Adepto realm that Master splits off to improve Bloom Pruner's guarding functions. The monster inside are all target created using Adeptal energy and will act in set ways similar to those of the creature the base are. Their combat abilities aren't anywhere close to the original. Bloom Pruner will struggle through the opponents that many times his size even at full power. Nice that they're just similar, is it? The point here is to familiarize you with the operating logic behind devices like Bloom Pruner. In that sense, understanding its performance limits is also very important. That's my Beobow skills are the limiting factor. Only King says so too. How can you talk about performance when you don't know the first thing about fighting? Good thing you're here, only King's right hand, Sky cleaving white iron half in the middle. If you have, I'm sure I'll be able to see what Blueprint and really do. I'm willing to pay for your services, of course. And for your part, I get to experience these sensei battles. I've never seen you be a battle before, Traveler. I'm getting curious. Alright. Let's do some fact finding for Easel first. If the opportunity arises, I'll also write a letter to the Only King. To report on our current progress, I'm sure to mention the generous aid you've offered. Well, we know he might just buy gold tickets, bolt over here and try this new BEO battle before we can bloom. And then it's no time to lose, Traveler. Let's plumb the depths of Shuyu's babbling by BEO battle bomb. I guess I'll just have to accept his name one time. Oh no, there they are. How do things fare on you? Even that's how I'll see so doing. Alright, let's mention this, Monique. Well, I'll say that about pen machine. Cabin wrestling. Okay, let me show you. Shinobi also included a limited edition commemorative copy of one of the letters. The postage fee alone cost a sizable fraction. Well, the novel itself didn't sell well, and it isn't famous either, so I love the spirit of it. As you pass the book on to Adeptus Cloud, and I heard that she rated it as not lacking in passion, certainly. What's a starting point? So far. So yes, yeah. Mecha Beatles. Didn't I use it now? I didn't expect you to be a mechanical expert either. You know that. Why don't you make a living using let me know. Would you like to find a job for you? I don't know yet. You're probably even wealthier than certain consultants, you know. Come on, easy this after, there's no point. Dun, 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 dun. Can't you just let people play the horse? A little bit more. Oh. Actually, it's actually easy to just do taps. I should just do taps on them. Wow. I get pushed back too much. to start doing these. No, that's so good. That's how I was being master being about. So I was telling you. Usually bull choker dragging us into it. It's really an interesting form of creature. I do get a chance to play it in Inazuma like you try the original form. Sounds good. We've got lots of friends in Inazuma too, so when you get there, you can get everyone together. We'll have a blast. That's how we good. It's very invincible. But when we're, Blueprint is race rather on the Cowboys well, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Find me a pie all the time, Graham. He's the real. Tell me when it's Dynamic hand. Stunning differ for that engineering and mathematics class in the art to confound outsiders. I haven't just talking about the basics here. Vigilant. Oh yeah, this isn't. Yeah, it's no, it's just got that one wing book out. Young Chef Simon's guide. Alright then. That's right. But choose as a mechanism thing. Is that how it works? Well, that's done. Guess I could start. I don't want to do these yet. Have 5 summons.
Just what will we come across this time?
Let's try using cryo.
All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
I don't know personally experience all this events, and with those I found it very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
But that being the first time this feel like that happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But That doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callis began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
Ah, in that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
Let's see it out here.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Full throttle!
Every kind of fish you could want. What can I get you?
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
I might as well fight you.
Not too far now.
Scatter!
Try and stop me!
think she should help me get hydro thing.
Rev the engines! Light it up!
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich, so of course we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't even think that's a bad thing, huh?
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar, the two most important ingredients of all.
Should I go get some?
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask you to go on a trip just for those.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flowers and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
Oh, brilliant!
How did it go? Did you find the ingredients? You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
Oh, it's just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
You really want to poach me from the Adventurers Guild, huh?
Was it that obvious? I just thought you would be a great fit, that's all.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
That's only one way of putting it.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water, in celebration of this moment.
Hmm?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
Cheers.
May your travels go smoothly, may the Spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time. All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away. Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
Ah, the demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to clear our heads. There are few things more uplifting than taking the first step on a new journey.
Boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, so as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary as well. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
Yeah, you have contended with similar circumstances.
Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me, someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too! They headed up!
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Hiya!
Not that. Rise with the sun. Farewell!
Ha! Yeah!
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
We got people up above and down below as well.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken. Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered, and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Get revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Now the facts need to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying.
Huh?
There's more to this. He follows us all the way here. There's more to this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already, so why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks, though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Huh. That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go! Paimon wants to sing too!
May I present?
Whatever business you're in, you gotta keep up with the changing times.
Imagining things? Or is all this standing making me dizzy? People here really need to get more sunlight.
Huh. That sounds tasty. Tell me about Navia. I should really play Navia and my ears talked about that.
I really need those parts. It's taking him so long.
Thanks already. You're alright.
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
Wee.
If you want to outrun the law, you need to know how it works.
Whatever business you're in. Couple of changing times.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Mermonia.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Are you imagining things? Or is all this standing
I
making
guess
you
I'm
dizzy?
finally on the right path.
Adventuring underground is way more fun than I thought.
Need those parts. It's taking him so long.
I guess I'm finally on the right path.
Hello? Are you asleep yet?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest. Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lures ready.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
The invitation's coming from you.
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
Just say what you mean. No problem's too big to solve.
I'm also asked her to do some. See if I can. I shall bear witness to the truth of say. The bait's too hard to fish, I mate. I didn't know this was a line. I'm gonna try and get this something.
I just need to have patience. Oh, come on. Stay strong.
Remember to make off and shenanigans. Healing in Chief Paimon.
Call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
Paimon's method manual all the way.
Then let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malus and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Malus come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Really hard for me.
Sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line!
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
Sometimes I finally managed to feel in the price catch. Yeah. For the rest of the night, your rock continues to rack up catch after catch for some reason. Yeah, we can't seem to hook a single fish. Let's go after a battle. It's only when he began to head back that Paimon is.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day! We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Huh.
And just where did you get that from?
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
That's Any decoration? Okay. That should be good for the night. Actually, I'll do it tomorrow. How much do it? How many rolls am I in? Yeah, it's like 15 something. What's it?
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? If you want to...
Gotta stop for now.